So you alluded to your Los Angeles Clippers. BCAP, you had them literally win the NBA title this year.
Yes.
And so far, Kawhi Leonard's story this year has been the most bizarre thing. Regular occurrence in preseason coming off a partially torn ACL and the surgery, reconstructed. And then this year, he's only playing 2 games. It's not like he started. He came in the second half on a weird minutes restriction. I didn't know what the difference was because why not have Kawhi start the game opposed to coming in when you're already down by double digits? And then he's missed the last 7 games. And so far, this Clippers offense, dude, it has been bad news. And I love the personnel that they have. But I was kind of telling you, man, a lot of these wing players, they're a little bit, they're older. Rapper Covington, Nicholas Batum. And then you look at all these guards, John Wall. I think Reggie Jackson is still thriving off the playoff run he had in 2021. Is Reggie Jackson actually a positive for the Clippers? I'm not quite sure. And then Norman Powell as well hasn't been at that level where in Toronto, he was one of the best 6 men in the NBA. I'm going to ask you, the most important thing with the Clippers is, Justin and I talked about it at length. They need a healthy Kawhi and a healthy Paul George. And this has been the most bizarre thing coming off an ACL surgery that I've seen in quite some time. Jamal Murray had an injury a little bit before Kawhi, and he's just come back in a regular minutes restriction. We'll sit out back-to-backs, and that's it. I want to ask you, with Kawhi, are you getting concerns? And is it time to be worried about the Clippers given what we've seen health-wise?
No. No. But I do agree with you and Justin's sentiment about, this team is going to go as far as Kawhi and Paul George go. But no, I'm not concerned at all. I don't think you should be shocked if you know Kawhi Leonard's history at all with injuries. He's always been one to take it easy and take it slow, rather lead on the side of caution. So with me, I'm fine with it. As long as he is healthy and ready to go for the playoffs and down the stretch, I see no problem with the sitting out. He's taking care of his body. He knows his body better than anybody else. Um, so yeah, I'm fine with it. And in terms of the team not playing as well together and the older, again, I think we get caught up in the regular season a little bit too much. This is not how the Clippers team is going to be playing deep in the regular season and into the playoffs. I think we can agree on that. These older guys are veterans for a reason, and you have them on your team for a reason because they have experience and they know what to do in the most meaningful games of the season, and that's why you have them on your team.
Wasn't that the Lakers calling card last year? Experience?
Yes, 100. But again, you can't say because last season it didn't work for the Lakers. If you look at LeBron's entire last decade, what has he surrounded himself with? Veterans.
This episode is brought to you by our friends at Best Amp. Today is Sunday afternoon, and one of the best parts about the day is watching football, of course. And if you want to get a stake into the game, you want to bet on the games, you want to know what the market is, you want to get the best available odds, and oftentimes that can be a time-consuming endeavor. And that's what Betstamp is here to help you with. If you want to see all the sports books in one single place, all you have to do is download the Betstamp app, which is totally free, and you can sign up for a variety of sports books so that they can provide you the best odds so you can maximize your returns. To go along with that, Betstamp also features other tools, such as a bet analysis tool to get constant updates on how well you're performing, but also the accounting tool so that you can track all of your bets in one single stop. So join us in the Betstamp app. Link is in the description, and use our referral code at WISEGUYS. That's WISCGUYS. Thank you to Betstamp for supporting our show. And as always, let's get back to it.
So with the Clippers, I'm perfectly fine with it. Listen, I don't take a lot of stock into the regular season. I never have, and I really never will. They can try this tournament BS that they're gonna put on probably next year, I think, but I'm not buying it. It's all about late in the season. It's all about the playoffs for the NBA, just like the NFL. So for me, I'm not going to put too much stock in it. They're fine. The only thing that I will worry about is chemistry and being able to create the chemistry, because I think that was one of the biggest things with when Paul George and Kawhi first got to LA, was that they weren't playing that much together, and a lot of people kind of use that as that's why they're not performing that well deeper in the season into the playoffs, because they haven't had a lot of continuity together, and the team plays different when they're not on the court. Now, when they're on the court, they're going to take a bunch of the shots. So now other players have to do other roles and do different things than they're used to throughout the entire regular season. But I have full belief in Ty Lue and the system and culture he has set. And again, I'm a major Kawhi guy, and I think Kawhi is going to be able to figure out what he needs to figure out. And I think he's going to be healthy and ready to go for the playoffs.
So let's attack this head on. There's two different reasons why Kawhi is missing an extended period of time in November. A, the Clippers are erring on the absolute side of caution, or B, this is a serious issue where, dude, he's just not ready to go, and there could be a setback here in his recovery. And if you can't play every other night in the regular season, how are you expecting you to play in 5 months, 36 plus minutes each in every single playoff game where you only have one night off? So there would be for you.
Well, I don't know because I don't know the inner workings of the Clippers thing. I do know that, and you could take this with a grain of salt, but before the season started, if I'm not mistaken, Skip Bayless said that a source close to the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard said that the knee rehab and whatnot is not going according to plan. And that he was even shocked to see Kawhi even be on the court to start the season. Because I guess whatever he was hearing is that Kawhi might not be ready until January or February of next year. So again, you could be right on that it's more serious than we thought, and that he does need more time. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Because again, we all know Kawhi's history. When he says his body's not feeling right and it's not reacting in the way that he thinks and expects it to react, you kind of just have to listen to him because he's not going to play. I mean, we saw what happened when Tony Parker called him out when he was playing for the Spurs, and he basically said, my injury was way worse and I came back and I contributed for the team. That was a direct shot at Kawhi. He didn't like that. I don't think any teammate would like that you would say that out in public and not just straight face to face. But again, I don't know. I would say, if I had to guess, I think it would just be they're siding on more of the caution side. That's what I would guess.
I hope so. But
Mhm.
so far, through 9 games, this is kind of insane to me. I know Kawhi is only playing 2 of these matchups, but the Clippers have the 30th ranked offensive rating. And it really just is a matter of, you have a lot of different parts, but we don't know how these fit. And kind of like in the 2020 season, the bubble year, Tyronn Lue is going to have to take this entire regular season, which Doc Rivers failed to do this, to figure out the perfect lineups. Because it's a different team. A lot of new veterans being thrown into the mix.